Michelle from the Scattered Scrapper. Welcome to my channel. Today I am joining in on a series called Follow a Sketch Friday by Sandie from Steakgoddess here on YouTube. And she is doing a post-it edition this month for Follow a Sketch Friday. And she has a post-it note here that she drew a sketch. And so this is what I'm going to be using today. And these are the pictures that I'm going to be scrapping today. Pictures of my older daughter with her husband and my younger daughter and her boyfriend at our Hillbilly Hoedown tea that we had last October. I have some papers picked out and a few embellishments picked out, so let's get started. This layout is going next to another layout that I did of all of our family trying to get together to do a group photo from this event. And so I decided to use the same collection that I scrapbooked those photos with for this one. And it is the Echo Park Celebrate Autumn collection. And of course I have cut this paper too small. And I've decided that I would have to cut some more of it and join it together. And really, even here, I don't have as much as I wished I did. It actually probably would have worked out if I had have used it exactly in the size that it was, except for cutting off the branding strip and then making it a little bit shorter. But that's all right. It's going to work out just fine. Because thankfully I can butt those two pieces together and you don't really notice it. So here I am using this yellow paper on top as part of my mat. You can see there in the sketch up there in the upper right corner that there is a layer up under the photos. And then I did decide to back my photos with some black cardstock. After doing all of my layouts for Scrap-A-Ween and backing pretty much all of those photos with the black cardstock, I'm kind of in the groove. I like how they look with that little bitty black border around them. I think that it helps them really stand out from the rest of the layout, especially on this one because the plaid is kind of busy looking. I love all of the colors, and I like the teal that I have on it here, and having that yellow in between the plaid and my photos kind of helps bring that down, that busyness down a little bit. And then following along with the sketch, I'm going to put my title here. And I am so excited because I am using one of these pre-made titles, which I have such a hard time using. Although, since I have been challenging myself this past month to get these put onto pages, I am finding them to be a little bit easier to use. It is perhaps because I find making up my own titles and using my thickers and other alphabet stickers easier to use, so I don't have to necessarily think as hard because I just look at the pictures and I know what I want to call it. But when you have to go through all of those pre-made titles and it's like, well, does it match or does it kind of go with what's happening? Of course, here Major Hard Eyes has nothing really to do with the event that we were at. The reason why I titled this one Major Heart Eyes is because it's the subject of the photos. It's my girls, and of course I have major heart eyes for my girls, and they have major heart eyes for their fellas, and so it just, to me, that it all works. So I've got that down, and then in the sketch, Sandie has kind of, let's see, what does she call them? Humper borders? She has a little scallop there up the side, but I decided to use that ribbon instead. And it kind of gives that little bit of a scallop look. And I just attached that down with a line of my ATG tape. And then here I have pulled out a lot of little embellishments that I wanted to use because a lot of this was used in the layout that's right next to where this one is going. And so I wanted to use some of those wood veneer leaves, and I wanted to use some of those kind of like burlappy type flowers. And spoiler alert, that none of that gets on there. I get these little flowers on there, and I have those little hearts, and yeah, even down there in that bottom right hand corner, that doesn't stay like that either. It's gonna end up getting changed around. But here I am trying to figure out where I can use the leaves. And I was thinking, maybe I should have started with the leaves instead of with the flowers and the hearts and things. But I knew where I wanted to basically put the hearts. I knew I wanted to have the little flowers around my title. And I thought I would just be able to kind of add these too. But yeah, they don't work out. I don't like how they look. Now, I do kind of like those two green leaves there. I like the one that's down there in the bottom right, and I like the one that's up there above the title and that little bit of flower cluster there. But as much as I struggled, I could not make this third one work with this heart. I just didn't like it. So I was like, well, I'll just go on, do something else. I won't worry with that. But I do get on some enamel dots here, and these are not the same color as the ones on the page beside this one, but it is from the same pack. So these are just a little bit brighter. And I like how these look. I was thinking if I put the darker ones on this layout, they would get lost in the plaid. But I'm just going to kind of sprinkle these around. And then I remember when I put those back to the side, I remember, oh yeah, I have the sticker sheet I wanted to use. And really and truly, this is where I should have started. But I do know I want to put something up here in this upper left-hand corner because to me, it's a little bare. That side needs just a little bit. It doesn't need too much because there needs to be a place to rest your eye. But I was feeling that my layout was way too right side heavy. So I wanted to put that little bit up there at the top left. And then I saw this adorable little bird on the stump, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. I have to get it on here. And thankfully it fit just so right here in this corner. I love how it kind of frames the bottom of that photo there. So I've got that up there. And I had to just kind of readjust where I had put my little hearts and the little flower. And I think that it turned out just fine. And then I put some enamel dots up there in the top left corner where it says thankful and blessed. And of course, I am definitely thankful for my babies and blessed by them and their fellas. And I'm going to finish off with some of my beloved Distress Mica Stain in Flickering Candle. And that is going to do it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure that you check out the links below to Sandie's channel where she is doing the Follow a Sketch Friday Post-it edition, and also find the link to her Facebook page where everyone else is joining in. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.